Hello friends, hello professionals, and welcome to my channel, The Sea of Regulation. Today's video is a bit serious. We're going to be looking at two issues that there is a bit of overlap. We're looking at ESG and environmental crime. ESG, you might be wondering, because there are a lot of acronyms and abbreviations in financial services. It stands for environment, social, and governance. Now, before I dive into today's content, let me get my usual disclaimers out of the way. I am a financial services regulator. I am not a lawyer, and I am not a financial advisor. And the views on this channel are definitely all my own and do not reflect the views of any regulatory authority or international standard-setting body. Now, with that out of the way, let's dive in. You see, this world, we have a lot of crises going on. A lot of serious issues. And you're probably wondering, well, why would a regulator be concerned about things like environmental crime and social issues and governance of companies? Governance may be less so, because governance shows up in another abbreviation, Governance, Risk and Compliance, or GRC. But I can leave that for a future video. You see, this particular video is, I think, timely, because when it comes to the environment, we only have one. We all share it. And there are certain firms that might be pushed towards profit over anything else. And so they may be willing to engage in investment of companies that don't engage in fair trade. Or we could go a step further, knowingly participate or support people who commit environmental crimes. So we're talking about those chemical companies with toxic spills in lakes and rivers. We could talk about oil companies. We could talk about wildlife. We could talk about a lot of things. But the environment is just that. The air we breathe, the land we live on, the seas we swim in. And when it comes to environmental crimes, FATF, that's the Financial Action Task Force, published a report recently in relation to environmental crimes and money laundering. You see, it's been approximated that environmental crimes result in about $260 billion of monies that have been had from just killing endangered animals, polluting wildlife, illegal logging, illegal deforestation. There are a lot of activities that go on that shouldn't. And then, of course, they sell or otherwise profit from that activity. And guess what? Because the source of the funds was illegal, getting the money into the financial system is money laundering. And again, there are firms that might be knowingly supporting these things. Or you may be thinking, I need to focus on money launderers in the traditional financial services space, you know, the fraudsters and the scammers. But there are a lot more crimes that go on. And so going back to ESG, environment, social, and governance. I'll not really delve into governance, how firms are managed. I can do that on a separate video. But when I look at environment, the environmental factors for a company to consider investing into something or not, it needs to weigh on people's minds. And there are some firms that you may not even notice do it. There's a particular coffee company that will tell you that their coffee beans are sourced from fair trade areas. And so what that means is that they pay a fair price for the coffee beans. And you have other companies that will look at the social issues to make sure that the sneakers that you wear were not manufactured in countries that use child labor, or that there's not deforesting or illegal logging or engaging in some other activity that strips away at the social structure of a particular country. There are a lot of issues that happen. And I'm going to keep this video a bit brief because, well, I don't like to get into the dark spaces, but it is a very dangerous world we live in. And some of these things may not be that popular to discuss. And what I would definitely need from you is a stare as to whether you want me to delve into this topic a bit more deeply. And if you do, drop it in the comments below. For this, I'm not going to delve into the social issues especially within the Caribbean region. And when we look at social issues, FATF has done a lot of work in relation to other areas like human trafficking. And I'm going to have a separate video on that. But guys, I'm going to wrap it up here. I need you to do a few things. It's a dark topic, but I do need you to like the video. It helps the YouTube algorithm. I need you to subscribe. Share this video with some of your friends who might not be aware of the dangers of environmental crimes and the actual money laundering that happens from it. I need you to subscribe and definitely hit the notification bell so that you know when I come up with the next video. And I'm going to end it here and contemplate whether I should dive deeper into environmental crimes, the research that has been done, anti-money laundering efforts as it relates to environmental crimes, regulatory issues as it relates to social stance and social positions of financial services firms, and contemplate what to do for the next video if I do get some comments. But until my next video, guys, I'll catch you on the next one.